네팔 인구 전체의 2% 미만인 크리스천은 박해에 직면했음에도 그 수가 급격히 늘어나고 있습니다. 오디오 성경이 교회 성장에 큰 역할을 담당했다고 하는데요. 글로벌 크리스천 릴리프의 데이비드 커리 회장이 자세한 소식 전해드립니다. 크리스천이 퍼져나가는 만큼 박해 역시 심각해지고 있습니다. 힌두교 극단주의자들이나 살고 있는 마을 주민들, 심지어 가족들까지도 새로운 신자들을 위협합니다. 네팔어 외에 사용되는 언어가 127개에 달하고 가난이 만연하기 때문에 성경을 접하기가 어렵지만 교회는 흘러넘치고 있습니다. 이 작은 오디오 기기가 삶에 하나님의 말씀을 가져다주고 한 사람 한 사람을 변화시키며 더 나아가 공동체를 바꿨습니다.
Starting with the good news, this is a bold church. It's a growing church. It's really exciting to see how the faith is taking hold in Nepal. And yet there are challenges within the country of Nepal. They have Hindu extremists, many of which associate with some of the Hindu extremism that has grown dramatically since 2013 in India. That's happening in Nepal as well. And so therefore blasphemy laws and these kinds of attacks against freedom of religious expression for Christians in Nepal is also growing. So you have a real conflict between those who want to suppress Christianity and people who want to practice their faith peacefully.
네팔에서는 성경을 읽는 것조차 위험한 일이 되기도 합니다.
The Bible is such a transformational book, and some people even say a dangerous book because it's opening the eyes spiritually of what's going on in the world, and it really puts this personal perspective on people's faith transformation. And there are governments, leaders, ideologies which are threatened by that. So what we're trying to do is very simple. We want to distribute as many Bibles as we can throughout Nepal because of the high levels of illiteracy. As much as 30% of the population cannot read. We've focused on audio Bibles and had what we think is the largest distribution of audio Bibles in history in Nepal. And it's really exciting to see because you're seeing people who cannot read, who for the first time hearing the words of Jesus, hearing the transformational story of salvation. And it's really exciting to see what's happening.
하나님의 말씀을 자신의 언어로 처음 듣는 네팔인들의 반응은 놀랍습니다.
You know what's really cool? It's almost like an obsession. They just want more and more of the scripture, and it's convicting to those of us who have Bibles. You know, I have one on my desk and have one in the bedroom and all over the place. And yet sometimes you don't find time because of their busy lifestyle. These people love the scripture because they know they're it's like a thirsty heart for the scripture. And so they're just listening to it all the time. We have little mini Bibles that we're bringing in for the individuals and also larger ones that can help an entire room or a church to hear scripture. And again, these people cannot read. So this is a first time experience for them, many of them anyway. And so it's really exciting to see what God is doing in Nepal and how bold the church is.
네팔 교회는 지난 10년간 70%의 성장을 이뤘습니다.
I think these, as I said, that key word I use is bold. These people, once they get a taste of what's true, they want more of it. The challenge is that since 2017, the politicians who have Hindu extremism as an ideology keep pushing these blasphemy laws. So there's a lot of issues there that the Nepalese believers there are fighting it legally, but the reality is every day somebody is being accused of blasphemy in Nepal. It might have nothing to do with what's actually happened, but it's a kind of a vigilante justice, which puts justice in the hands of whomever is making the accusation. And so it's a very dangerous thing as well. And so you have this good thing happening, and yet those who are trying to snuff out the flame of Christ there in Nepal. And we have to stand with our brothers and sisters. This is what I want us to
Yeah.
recognize prayer, standing with them, helping them get what they need to grow in their faith is so important.
데이비드 커리 회장은 글로벌 크리스천 릴리프의 목표가 네팔 전역에 가능한 많은 성경책을 배포하는 것이며 네팔 교회의 성장을 기대한다고 말했습니다.